NBC 29 is dedicated to bringing you complete Decision 2012 coverage. That's why we gave the candidates and incumbents a chance to speak to you about the issues we all face. Today we feature the Republican candidate for U.S. Senate, George Allen.
Hello, fellow Wahoos and neighbors. I'm George Allen, running for the U.S. Senate. I will always consider Jefferson Country home and continue to own land in Albemarle, where our family returns very often to visit with longtime friends, Susan's parents, and our children's grandparents. It was here in Charlottesville and Albemarle County that I got my start in political life, holding Mr. Jefferson's seat in the Virginia House of Delegates. It was also here where I met my wife, Susan, and it was here where we were married and started our family together. Like many Virginians, I envision a better future than what we're having to endure these days. What's most discouraging from people I hear is how so many people are underemployed, nearly 20%. Young people are graduating from college without jobs. Middle-aged people and young people may have a job, but it's not one that's fully utilizing their skills and talent or education. And along the way, annual trillion-dollar deficits have become the norm, and our credit rating has been downgraded for the first time in history. And many of us parents are worrying for the first time whether our children will have the same opportunities to catch their dreams in America that we had growing up. That's why I've gotten off the sidelines and back into the fight for this pivotal Senate seat. The road ahead's not going to be easy. We're facing new and continued threats from failures of leadership in Washington. Last summer's failed sequestration deal is threatening us with disproportionate cuts to our national defense and devastating job losses here in Virginia. Yet some see this as a chance to push for tax hikes on small business owners who are already struggling in this fragile economy. These devastating cuts to our military and jobs must be stopped with true leadership, setting proper priorities. And I want to be real clear. The men and women who are serving in our armed forces should never be used as a political bargaining chip to raise taxes on job-creating small business owners. Now, even in the face of this continued strife, and I know that we can get our country back on track. When I was governor, we worked with Democrats who were in control of the legislature. Together, we enacted historic reforms. We made our communities safer, promoted the work ethic, brought accountability for academic quality in our schools, froze college tuition, cut taxes, brought reason to regulations, and grew our economy with over 300,000 net new jobs created in the private sector. Yeah, we did have some disagreements along the way, but ultimately we resolved those differences to get tangible results for the people of Virginia. That's the proven approach I want to bring for you to Washington. And I've put forward a very positive plan, a detailed plan, my blueprint for America's comeback, which would advance constructive pro-growth reforms and solutions that will get Americans back to work and prospering and good-paying jobs. We also can have a government that is efficient, effective, and accountable, that focuses on its core constitutional responsibility of national defense. And that also means keeping our promises to our veterans and their families for the benefits they've earned. Now, the good news solution is that America is blessed with the most energy resources in the world. We're number one. We can unleash our American energy resources from our coal fields to the coast. On day one, as your senator, I'll introduce a bill to allow us in Virginia to produce oil and natural gas off our coast and then use the royalties for roads and transportation. Right now, folks in Washington are saying no to us in Virginia. We need to say yes to Virginia for energy production and yes to American energy freedom. We could create hundreds of thousands of more jobs, have more affordable fuel, food, and electricity, be less vulnerable to hostile outside countries, and bring in trillions in revenues without raising taxes while keeping our money here in the United States of America. But reinvigorate the entrepreneurial spirit of our country with a more simple, fair, and competitive tax code and more reasonable regulations, starting with repealing Obamacare and replacing it with more personal, portable, and affordable solutions that keep healthcare decisions between patients and doctors rather than a bureaucracy panel in Washington. Folks, I respectfully ask for your vote to allow me to go to work for you in the United States Senate. I'll work hard every day to build a society where hard work is rewarded and every American has an equal opportunity to succeed. We're really counting on the good people of Jefferson Country to stand strong for freedom on November 6th. The future of America depends on it.
NBC 29